today's video is going to be a what I spend in a week, and if you're new here, my name is Marsela. I'm a 23-year-old software engineer and I live in Los Angeles, California. Some disclaimers to start, not every week is the same. In general, overall, I am pretty good about how I manage and spend my money, so I guess don't base your entire judgments on me or how I spend my money on one week. Some context for this specific week, I was actually on vacation and out of town the 10 days prior to this. So I started the week, I didn't have any groceries, I had just come back. So you know when you come back from vacation and you're just kind of like confused and dazed and you're just like trying to get your life back together? That's kind of the state I was in this week. So things are kind of fuzzy, but yeah, let's just start there. I'll jump into my weekly expenses now, and then at the end, I'll go over some of my monthly expenses or what you can expect when you live in LA. So starting off with Monday morning, I got up really early because I was on the East Coast. So I got up at like 7 a.m. and I knew I needed coffee. I usually make my own coffee, and you'll see I don't spend money on coffee outside of this purchase, but I was out of coffee beans. So I went to a local coffee shop. I bought 2 coffees, one for me and one for my boyfriend, and also a bag of coffee beans. And actually the 2 coffees were free because one is free because I got a bag of coffee beans, and the other one I use my rewards because I go there pretty often. And the total came out to $19.92. Again, the 2 coffees were free. Later that day, I needed groceries, but I didn't have time to go to the store and get some because I was working that day. So I decided to do an Instacart order, and this is actually my first ever Instacart. And because I was a new member, I was able to get a free trial to Instacart Express, so I got free delivery on it, and I didn't have like the best experience with it. It was pretty interesting, but I did end up getting a good amount of groceries, and it cost $84.42, and that was all that I spent on Monday. I made dinner and had everything else at home. On Tuesday, I ended up buying tickets to go visit the Huntington here in Los Angeles. They drop tickets every 2 weeks on Tuesdays, and the tickets are $24 for student. I still use my student ID, so $24 per person. I got tickets for me and my boyfriend, and this is to actually go in a few weeks. So Huntington is supposed to be this beautiful botanical garden, museum, and library here in Los Angeles, or in Pasadena, I think. Super excited to go check it out. So again, that total for those 2 tickets was $48. And then later that day, even though I ordered $84 of Instacart groceries, I didn't seem to have anything to make for dinner that night. I could have just made the exact same dinner I made the previous night, but there was like, I couldn't manipulate the ingredients that I got in a different way. So I went to the grocery store again, and I spent $41.39. I got some stuff to make sushi at home, so I got rice vinegar, I got nori, some salmon sashimi, which I think was the most expensive item that I got. I got some udon noodles, some tofu, and a bunch of fruits and vegetables. So yeah, that was a total of $41.39. Moving on to Wednesday, the only purchase I made. During lunch, I went on a walk and I was feeling like getting boba. I love boba. I had been away for a week and hadn't had boba for like a week and a half. So that is simply too long for me. So I went and got some boba during lunch. That cost $12.15. Again, I got boba for me and my boyfriend. And the way it works in our relationship is we switch off. Like, I got boba for us that day, but he got boba for us like 4 days later. He bought it, and it's not included in my purchases because he got it for me. And like you'll see later on in the week, I bought dinner for us one day, but then he bought dinner for us the next day. We don't really penny pinch when it comes to each other. So that was my only purchase. It was $12.50 for 2 bobas. Moving on to Thursday. Thursday I had a doctor appointment, and I spent $10.80 to Uber to my doctor. The doctor appointment itself was free because my insurance covered it, and then the Uber home was $9.99 to be exact. And that was it for Thursday. On Friday, I had to go to a specialist that my doctor recommended. This one is a little bit farther than my doctor's appointment, so I Ubered there, and it was $12.99. My insurance covered most of it, but I did have to pay $154 out of pocket. And then I Ubered home, and oh my god, I had the most horrific. Uber and Lyft have both been super annoying lately. Like, I guess there's not that many drivers, because I'll like request an Uber and it'll be like estimated $15 to $16, so I'm like, chill, whatever. And it'll pop up things of ride is now at a higher price, except now to be matched with a driver, and it's so annoying. So not only did I wait like 30 minutes for a Lyft to come get me or an Uber, I call them both simultaneously and hope for the best to see which one will come first. But not only did I wait 30 minutes, I also accepted one of those higher fee rides because it said if you accept this ride at a higher fee, your driver will be here in 2 minutes. And not only did it cost $30 for me to get home, but the driver didn't show up for like 15 minutes because he was farther away. You can blame him. But it was $29.78 to get home, which was kind of insane, but it is what it is. I was going to be stranded if I didn't accept it, so $29.78. It's been a struggle in LA recently with Uber. And then on Friday, we went to dinner, and I paid $33 for my half of dinner. Like I said, it depends on the situation, and that particular night, he'd bought us drinks and other stuff earlier, so I insisted that we split the dinner bill because I just felt bad. So we split that in half, and I paid $33 for my portion. Moving on to Saturday, I went and picked up some stuff at the local grocery store again, and that was only $14.25. And Saturday was actually a big day. I got my COVID vaccine on Saturday, so I went to a CVS semi-close to me, and so to get there, I used Uber scooters, like the Bird scooters, and to scooter to CVS was $5.37. To scooter back home, it was $5.79. And then while I was there, after my shot, I grabbed some stuff from CVS because I needed like a makeup sponge, and then I grabbed some snacks and some chocolate, of course, and so a few random things like that. And the total there was $26.91. Later that night, I picked up a to-go order from this place called Wurstkusch here in LA. They do gourmet hot dogs, gourmet German-style hot dogs, I guess. And they have the best fries, so totally recommend if you're in LA. I picked up dinner for me and my boyfriend, and the total was only $24.09, which is super good, super cheap in my opinion for LA. And that was it for Saturday. And then on Sunday, my only purchase was $11.90 for ice cream. Because of my COVID shot, I had a fever most of Saturday night and Sunday. I only got some ice cream for us to cheer me up. And then my boyfriend got us lunch because I got dinner the night before, so I didn't include that in here. Just a side note, you should totally get vaccinated if you can. I did have a fever for about 24 hours after getting the Janssen J&J vaccine, but I'm totally fine now, and the side effects of the vaccine are way more subdued than the side effects of actually getting COVID, so you should totally get the vaccine. We're very privileged to have access to the vaccine, so take advantage if you do have access. That's just my TLDR on the vid. But anyway, getting back into this video. So in total, I spent $544.75 that entire week. So in total, that week I spent $544.75. Most of the expenses were pretty standard. Things that I spend money on a lot, including coffee and going out to eat. Those are probably my biggest expenses, as well as groceries. The only unusual expense or non-recurring expense was the doctor visits and the specialist visit, which cost $154 out of pocket. So if we exclude the $154 that I paid there, I only spent $390.75 that week. So yeah, I'd say most of the expenses were pretty standard. I didn't do much online shopping, and I'm generally pretty good about keeping my shopping pretty minimal and not spending a ton of extra money on clothes and random stuff that I don't really need. I'll chat a little bit about my monthly expenses. Rent is obviously something I pay for. I pay my own rent, but I'm not going to reveal how much I pay. I'll just say that rent varies a ton in LA depending on which neighborhood you're in, depending on what kind of apartment or house or place you live in. So that you can find cheap places, mid-range places, and obviously the prices are unlimited for some of the places you can find here. I'm not going to reveal my exact rent, but I do live in downtown LA, and I did get a rent special on this place because we moved while COVID was happening and they had a good rent special. And I do split the rent with my roommate, but I do pay a little bit more because I have the bedroom with the ensuite bathroom and she has the one that has a detached bathroom. My other expenses include utilities, which I also split with my roommate, and that generally comes out to around $80 a month for us. And that includes everything from like water, electricity, trash and sewer, everything that I would need to pay utilities for. And then we also split our internet, and my internet comes out to $27.50 a month because it's half of our $54 per month internet price. And finally, the only other monthly expense that I have is my subscription. This total includes Audible, iCloud, Canva, Netflix, Spotify, HBO Max, and Lemonade, which is my renter's insurance that I pay for each month. And the total for all of those subscriptions is $80.18 to be specific. Yeah, that's basically all that I spend in a week, and my general monthly expenses. Each week is different, and some weeks I spend more and some weeks I spend less. Just remember that this is one snapshot of 1 week of my life, but it varies a ton per week. Can't stress that enough. I hope that was insightful and interesting to watch. Let me know if you guys are interested in budgeting videos from me or any investment tips or anything like that. It's all very beginner friendly because I don't like spending a ton of time on this. Feel free to let me know if you're into those types of videos or any other suggestions in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.